I'm here in Tucson and I want to talk to you for a minute about the role of suppressed fear in so many chronic diseases. So what I've seen in working with people, that almost everyone that's dealing with any kind of chronic condition has some degree of fear that needs processing. And most people aren't aware of it because we become habituated to whatever level of tension we learn to live with. So people think of fear as really physical danger. And most often the fear that I'm talking about comes from, well, it could be physical, but it's often emotional danger. Not being able to show up as we are, not being able to show how we truly feel because we don't feel like we'll be met. So that can come all the way from childhood, or it can come from current partner relationships, family relationships, job relationships. And when there's situations in which we have to contract, it creates a level of tension in the body that over time, it diminishes our optimal functioning. And we become habituated to this contraction, and then without knowing it, we perpetuate it. So part of healing is coming into awareness of how these layers of contraction show up in our body. And then as we become aware, with awareness there's choice. So this is a little bit vague, I realize. And the posts that I have coming up this week are about the embodied process of working through fear. So there's lots of angles to it, and all of my work involves, with presence, coming to feel, experience, see ourselves in ways that we're not aware of, just as we move through our day. So I want to shed a light on fear in particular this week. It's something that I've worked with so much in my personal process, mostly because of my lineage and the degree of persecution that was in my family history. So it takes 7 generations to clear trauma from a lineage. So if at any point in your history there was your grandmother, your great-grandmother, was in any kind of real physical danger, that will be carried until such time as someone in the line is able to dedicate the time that it takes to do that healing. So that has been an opportunity that I've had in my life. I'm saying opportunity, I didn't always see it as that. I feel like my body kind of forced me to do it in order to heal from some pretty big challenges. But in so doing, I've really freed up this fear that has been passed along from generation to generation, and I feel quite confident that my children will have a much less burden than I have had and that has come before me. So I've digressed a little bit, but there's so many ways that fear shows up, and I hope that you'll join me this week and share some of your experiences. And as these posts come out, let me know if you have questions or differences of ideas of how you've been working, and we'll take it from there.